Good afternoon, children. Today we will be doing setting tabs and adding columns. So let us discuss setting tabs first. Let us read. What if you want to place a text at a particular place in the line? Sometimes what we do, how I used to do placing text on a line, I'm showing you all what I used to do. Supposing I'm using this formula to fill up the space. I've told you all about this formula, say 3 paragraphs and 5 sentences in each. Okay. Now let me just make it bigger for you. So here, if I wanted to say uh, margin, let me just change this margin. Here margin will be page layout. Here, say now see children, if I want to make this video little bit towards my right, okay. So what I used to do, I used to put space, okay. But space is a white character. Remember, it does not appear. It does not appear, but this is white space. Okay, this is called white space. In view, I think that option is there. Okay, to show these white spaces, somewhere it is there. Home, I think. Okay, I'm forgetting right now. I'll show you all. There's a way of showing the white spaces. Okay. Okay, this one, got it here. This one. See, this is the white character. This means enter. Okay, this means enter. You can't see it, but if you click on this button, okay, this is called show or hide the white characters. Okay, formatting characters. Okay. So if I press say tab, you see how tab looks. See, this is tab. If you switch it off, you won't be able to see. But if you switch it on, you will be able to see these white characters. See, the dot is a white space. See, from dot the okay. So that is why it is not a good practice to put the let this white character be on. Okay, let me switch it. Not a good practice to put the spaces. Okay, even though it looks nice. Okay, but a professional does not do it this way. Okay, a professional will do it by adding the setting and by going into the settings tab. Okay, so let us read first about the settings tab. For this, you can press the tab key. Each time you press the tab, the cursor jumps 0.5 inch. This is its default setting. Change this, follow the steps. So let us see how by pressing tab we move. So I am pressing tab key here. See, one time tab. Sorry, let me bring the cursor here. One time tab, two time tabs, three time tabs, four times. Okay, and the entire paragraph is also getting like shifted, left aligned. So that may be because of alignment settings. But what I wanted to show you all was that using tab key, we can shift the line. Okay, we can shift the text little bit towards the right. Okay, let me remove the formatting here. Okay, can't remove clear formatting. Yes, once I clear the formatting and I press the tab key, then also it is moving because of page settings, I think. Okay, so we'll look into that later on. So right now, what I wanted to tell you all is that we can, instead of putting space, we can use the tab key. Okay, so tab key also, see, you'll be able to see the white characters. Okay, not at the beginning, but this one, let it be stop indenting tabs and stop. See, okay, now I've got it. Now I press tab, it will just move. Okay, yes, this was the that indentation was on. Okay, instead of pressing space, okay, instead of space, we can put tab. And tab, we can control the paragraph group. I open this dialog box, paragraph dialog box. Where am I? In the home tab. Okay, in paragraph group, I click on this paragraph settings button. Once I click on this, see here, I have to come down here. Okay, tabs. Okay, once you click on that, then here will come tab, tab, top position, left side. center align, okay, left, right, decimal, bar, so many are there, okay. And default tab stops, this is the distance given. If I make it big, say I make it say 3 centimeters, and then you see when I give tab, it will be more longer. Yes, more longer. See, 3 centimeters, see here. 1, 2, 3 centimeters. Again, next one will be at 6. See, 6. Next one will be at 9, 12, 15, 18. Oh, 18 is not happening. Go to the next line. So let's go back. Okay. So this is how we change the tab distancing. Okay. Tab distancing. Okay. We can change through this. Okay. Let us read further. We have done all this. Okay. We have changed all this already. Paragraph group. Let me highlight it. Paragraph group we have gone. Dialog box. Tabs button we have clipped. Tabs dot dot dot. Tabs dialog box appears. The tab top position text box, for example, type 1.5 in 1.25 inches. So it was 1. What was my one? Was it to 3 centimeters, right? It is 1.27 centimeter. Okay, 1.27 centimeter. Next page. Let us move on to the next page. Select an alignment option from the alignment section. Okay, so this is the alignment option. Okay, this alignment I'm putting some here, putting some value. Let me put a value, say 3 centimeters. Okay, and then supposing I okay, what will happen here? Tab. See, first one will be 3 centimeter. Okay, and it will be left aligned. See here, see this distance. This is first tab will be 3. Rest of them will be 1.27 centimeter. Why? Because of this setting. Because of this setting. See here, this 3 centimeter is this one. Okay, and the 1.2 centimeter is each one of them. Let me just show you all using pen. This is 3 centimeter. Okay, okay. This is corresponding to this 3 centimeter, and each one of them corresponding to 1.27 centimeter. Okay, I hope you all have understood. Now this left align. What is this left align? What is this center align? Now this one is left aligned. If I do it here, say right align. Just okay. See what will happen. Let's go back. Just remove all this. White spaces are on. Okay, don't get confused. This white space is because of this button. Okay, this show or hide white space button. If you switch off, it will go away. Okay, so but it is important to show you all here white space button. So if I just go back here and then I press tab, first time the alignment, let me just change the alignment to right. Okay, and now you see I do this tab here. Okay, it is going to be aligned in that way, whichever way we want it. Okay, so here I go back here left, and then you see in the paragraph setting one, if you make it center, what happens if you make it center? I'll tell you all. Let us read first, then I'll left aligns the text at the tab stop. Left aligns the text at the tab stop means in that tab stop, where should the letter be aligned? Left, right, center. Okay, getting what I'm saying? But let me just make here. Supposing this is a line. Supposing this is a tab stop. This is a tab stop. Okay, so whatever distance it may be, 3 centimeter, 2 centimeter, whatever. Let me take it 3 centimeter. 3 centimeter. Okay, so if I put left align, the text will be hanging here. If I put right align, the text will be hanging here. If I put center align, the text will be hanging here. Understood? That is what is left, center, right. Okay, what is the decimal? What is decimal? Decimal stands for numbers. Okay, when we have numbers, supposing I'm putting a number, Let me make it decimal. I type a number. Say 234.679. Okay. Now, when I press the tab and again I press tab, see what is happening. This number is actually tab. This number you see, this number is getting aligned in the center of the two tabs. This number is getting aligned in the center of the two tabs. Supposing I make it left. Here, if I make it, wait, let me select. If I make it left, what will happen? You see, make it left. Tabs, left. Now when you will see, this is aligned to the left, okay, of this tab. Okay, see this is the tab, it is aligned to the left. Okay, but when it was center, see the tab is here, the tab is here, another tab is say here, sorry, one tab is say here, another tab is say here, and it is aligned in the center. Decimal is aligned in the number is aligned in the center of the decimal point. Okay, so that is what is decimal. And let us see this option bar, tab, go for bar, one line will come. One vertical line will be drawn at that position. Okay, see one more time. So this vertical line determines the positioning of the particular tab. Okay, let us move on next to remove this bar. Let us move on to the next section, that is, and we need to set it. Just press the set key and we can press, then after that, okay, all the steps are mentioned here, step number 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Okay, now let us see these columns, adding columns. So see children, adding columns. The text in magazines and newspapers are often set in columns. Why are they set in columns? Tell me why the newspaper have small columns. Because the newspaper is so big, so wide. Okay, so when you start reading from one side, you keep on reading, keep on reading, keep on reading. If it is not column wise, you keep on reading, keep on reading, keep on reading, keep on reading, reach the end. Then next line, which line you were reading, will get confused. That is why there is column. So you read and you come back to the next line. Read, come back to the next line. Understanding what I'm saying? That is why columns are present. Okay. So if you read a very long line, next line where it was, you'll forget. Make reading easier, the column system has been put and it is extensively used in newspapers and magazines. A column is a vertical display of text. So what is a column? This will be a definition. What will be a column? Column is a vertical display of text. Okay. So name the following will come. Vertical display of text, column, with context to Word 2013. Then Microsoft Word provides the option of aligning text in 2 or more columns. And these are the steps listed. Instead of wasting my time on the reading the steps, let me go to my Word application and let me show you all in real time. So we go to page layout tab, and in page layout tab we have this. In page setup group we have the columns button. Once you click on that, this is right now one column going on. I can make it into 2 columns. Because the page is not over, that is why it is not flowing into the another column. So I'll make it little bit, I'll make the text, I'll put dummy text here. Okay, you know my formula. Okay, all of you know, say 5 more columns, 5 more paragraphs with say 6 lines in each paragraph. Now see, now the text is flowing into the next column. Okay, make it small. Okay, so see, after completion, this is 1 column, 2 column. Now see what happens if I make it 3 columns. Oh, see, this is how 3 column looks. Sorry, not size, column. Now this is 1, 2, 3. You'll say, sir, how many we can do maximum? So I go to more columns. Okay, and I want to little bit play with it. Right now 3 here, I'll make it say 30. See what will happen. It will go to maximum 14. And when I press on OK, this is how it will look. So it will be very difficult to read. So let's not do this, okay? Let's keep it up to 3 or 4 maximum, okay? Depending on the page size, of course. So in this A4 size, what was the size? A4. How much the system is permitting? System is permitting up to say 14. I put here 15. It will again switch back to 14. It will keep. Okay. Oh, sorry, these two only actually. Control all, copy 4 columns, 14. But this looks very odd. Okay. But if I increase the page size, say I make it A3 and I columns, more columns. I go for first one. Then I add some columns, I add some random text. All of you know my technique. All of you can do this experiment yourself. Okay, no need of typing anymore. Okay? Now what I do, I select all and then I go to columns, then more columns, and now I make it say 30. Now it is taking 21. Now it is taking 21. Why is it taking 21? Because I've changed the size of the page. Now it is A3. A3 means double of A4. But if I make it A4, column width cannot be less than 1.27 centimeters. So this is what I was looking for. Column width cannot be less than 1.27 centimeter. Okay. Can't have a column less than 1.27. How much is 1.27? It is approximately. Okay. So we go back, we press here OK. Back. I like this 3 column. Now there is also one more thing, two more things, left and right. What is this left? Left means the left column will be thin and the rest will be accommodated in the right side. And opposite of left is right. Right will be thin and the other matter can be accommodated. Other column will be thick. Here also, go to the 3 column option and you go to this more columns dialog box. You can open this dialog more column dialog box and then you can specify number of columns and you want a line in between. I want to give a line in between. Okay, sometimes I require that. Okay, and you can specify the column 1 how much width and how much spacing, column 2 how much width, how much equal column. You can make it unequal. Okay, you can make few columns in a second column. I want to make it thin, say 3 centimeter. Okay, want a line in between 3 centimeters. See what will happen. See the outlook. Okay, I have to first do okay. See how it is looking. You can do all these things. Okay, using this columns dialog box. Okay, apply to this section, to this point forward, means from this point onwards, entire whole document. Okay, these are all details. Others you don't right now. Okay, not showing. Let us read further. So select the 1, 2 or 3 option. We have done this, and then you see select the more columns option also we have done. So see, this is original text. Then this is 3 column text. This is left column. This is in red. They have changed the color. Okay, this is the right. Okay, so just let me read here once. Select the left option for a smaller column on the left side of the page and the another column will be broad. Select the right option for a smaller column on the right side of the page and the left column will be broad. What has Ava to tell here? Once a column gets filled, the text you type automatically flows to the next column. Let us see what Ava is telling, that is true or not. Let me find out. So supposing say I will remove all. Or I'll remove all. And I just put here my text generator. Okay. The 10 paragraphs, 4 lines each. Again it has become. Go back. I'll make it not 10 paragraphs. I'll make it say paragraphs. This is good. So when I'm typing here, okay, I'm typing here. Okay, just typing all random. Okay, this is happening. Oh, caps lock. So once I keep on typing, the text will flow over to the next one. See, I keep on typing now. See, just see. Space, typing, typing, typing. Okay, one more line is there. There, it goes to the next one. Okay, see here. One letter flows to the next one, and you can also see the markers. You see, These are the white space. So today till here only. Next class, we will be discussing about column break. Okay. One more thing I was saying, pressing enter will insert, let me make it bigger. Pressing enter will insert a new paragraph in the document, while pressing shift plus enter will insert a new line within the same paragraph. Okay, so for a new paragraph, you have to press only enter, and to continue with the same paragraph, you need to press what? You need to press shift and then enter. I'll just show you all that thing. I say this is a paragraph. Okay, so if I press enter, see this enter sign, enter, enter. Okay, new line, new paragraph. Sorry, enter means new paragraph. Supposing I press shift enter, see, you can see the white space characters. I think everybody can see. Make the font bigger. See here. This is shift plus enter, and this is only enter. See here. Only enter, shift plus enter. Okay. So that is the difference. Enter means new paragraph, and it will be little bit lower. Okay. So next class we will be doing column break, and along with column break, we will also do one more section, that is page break. Okay. Line break is also there. These two breaks we will do, column break and page break we will do in next class. Okay. So today till here only. See you all again on Tuesday afternoon. Thank you.